Cavendish. The Cavendish is mild and creamy, with a clean sweetness that builds as it ripens. Faint vanilla when yellow, deeper and almost caramel when the skin turns spotty brown. It has no real sharpness, no tartness, nothing unexpected. It works in everything from baby food to cocktails to breakfast tables in 100 different countries. In around 1834, William Cavendish, 6th Duke of Devonshire, received banana plants from Mauritius, originally sourced from southern China. His gardener Joseph Paxton grew them at Chatsworth House and named the variety after the Duke. A missionary took cuttings to Samoa in 1838. From there, the Cavendish spread across the Pacific. For over a century, it stayed secondary. The commercial world ran on a different variety, called the Gros Michel, a richer, thicker-skinned banana that was easier to ship. Then, a soil fungus called Panama disease tore through Gros Michel plantations in the 1950s, wiping it out commercially. The Cavendish was resistant, so the industry switched. By 1960, it was on every shelf. Today, it accounts for more than 95% of global banana exports. Gros Michel. The Gros Michel is bigger, creamier, and sweeter than the Cavendish. Firmer flesh, thicker skin, and a richer flavor that lingers longer. It also smells more intensely of banana. That stronger aroma comes from higher levels of a compound called isoamyl acetate, which is why artificial banana flavoring smells closer to a Gros Michel than anything you'd find in a supermarket today. In the 1830s, a French planter named Jean Pouillat brought it to Jamaica, where its thick skin and sweet flavor made it ideal for export. By the 1870s, American entrepreneurs Minor Keith and Lorenzo Baker had built the foundations of the modern banana industry around it, with vast plantations across Costa Rica, Honduras, and Panama. Companies including United Fruit, later Chiquita, shipped it by the millions into American and European ports. Then Panama disease arrived. Because every Gros Michel was a clone, the fungus moved through plantations with nothing to stop it. By 1960, it was commercially finished. The Cavendish took its place, and now faces the same threat from a new strain called Tropical Race 4, spreading through plantations worldwide with no fungicide able to stop it. The Gros Michel still exists. Grown by small-scale farmers in parts of Central America and Uganda, but you won't find it in a supermarket. Plantain. A green plantain eaten raw tastes closer to potato than fruit. Starchy, firm, almost bland. Cook it, and something changes. Fried green, it crisps at the edges and soaks up salt and seasoning. Left to ripen until the skin turns black, then fried, it caramelizes into something soft and deeply sweet. The same fruit, treated two different ways, produces two completely different results. Plantains originated in Southeast Asia around 10,000 years ago and reached Africa around 2000 BCE via Austronesian trade routes. By the 16th century, Portuguese and Spanish explorers had brought them to the Caribbean and Latin America during the Columbian Exchange, where they became central to the cooking of the region. Today, plantains are a staple across West and Central Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America. Boiled, fried, baked, roasted, or mashed. Despite being far less known in Europe and North America than the Cavendish, plantains account for around 85% of all banana cultivation worldwide. Red banana. A ripe red banana has creamy, dense flesh, sweeter than a Cavendish, with hints of raspberry that sit underneath the familiar banana flavor. The skin ripens from green through shades of red and maroon, and the flesh inside can range from ivory to pale pink, depending on the variety. It is smaller and plumper than the Cavendish, with a shorter shelf life, which is why you rarely see it in supermarkets. Red bananas originated in Southeast Asia and spread through trade routes to Africa, the Caribbean, and Central America, where they remain a favorite for fresh eating. They are primarily grown for local markets. India, the Philippines, Ecuador, and Costa Rica are among the main producers today. Unlike the Cavendish, red bananas have never been grown at commercial export scale, partly because their softer flesh bruises easily in transit. Ladyfinger. A ripe ladyfinger banana tastes of honey and vanilla, sweeter and creamier than a Cavendish, with thin skin that tears almost without effort. At 7 to 10 centimeters long, it is roughly half the size. In Cambodia, it is the national fruit by royal decree, and in Australia, it is the second most popular banana after the Cavendish. It originated in Malaysia or Indonesia, and spread through Southeast Asia via trade routes, reaching the wider world from the 14th century onward as the international banana trade expanded. Today, it is grown across Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Australia, Ecuador, and Brazil. Like the red banana, its thin skin makes it bruise easily in transit, which is why it has never scaled into global export in the way the Cavendish has. Blue Java. The blue Java has a custard-like texture when ripe and a distinct vanilla flavor, close enough to ice cream that it earned the nickname in Hawaii, where it is commonly known as the ice cream banana. The flesh is white and creamy. The skin turns pale yellow at full ripeness, and the unripe fruit is covered in a natural wax coating that gives it a silvery blue-green color. It originated in Southeast Asia as a natural hybrid of Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana, the same two species that gave us the plantain, and spread across the Pacific to Hawaii, Fiji, the Philippines, and Central America. Unlike most banana varieties, it can tolerate temperatures as low as -7 degrees Celsius, which makes it one of the few bananas that can be grown in cooler climates. It is not commercially exported at scale. The fruit bruises easily and the shelf life is short, but it is widely grown in home gardens and local markets across Southeast Asia and the Pacific. Manzano. Manzano means apple in Spanish, and the name earns it. Firm, tangy, and sweet, with a clear apple flavor that shifts towards strawberry and pineapple as it ripens. Left to ripen until the skin turns completely black, the texture softens to something creamy and dense. It is most closely associated with Central and South America and the Caribbean, where it has been a regional staple for centuries, though it likely originated in Southeast Asia and was brought west during European exploration. It is about half the length of a Cavendish, short, stubby, and thick-skinned. Today, it is grown across Colombia, Ecuador, Costa Rica, Mexico, and the Caribbean, primarily for local markets. The Slow Food Foundation lists it as a variety at risk. Panama disease has devastated Manzano crops in Cuba, and the dominance of the Cavendish in international trade has pushed small-scale growers to abandon it. Pisang Raja. Pisang Raja means king of bananas. In Malay, honey sweet with butterscotch and caramel notes, a faint vanilla aroma, and flesh that is firm, dense, and a deep golden orange. It is one of the richest tasting bananas in the world. It is believed to have originated in the Johor region of Malaysia, where it has been cultivated for centuries, and spread through Indonesia, where it became a staple fruit and a fixture in traditional ceremonies and celebrations. In Java alone, over 40 local cultivars of Pisang Raja have been documented. It is the banana most commonly used in pisang goreng, fried banana, a street food eaten across Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. Like most bananas outside the Cavendish, it bruises easily and has a short shelf life, which keeps it out of global export and firmly in local markets. Burro Banana. A ripe burro banana is creamy and sweet with a distinct lemony tang, less sugary than a Cavendish, with a citrus edge that sits underneath the banana flavor and lingers. Unripe, it is starchy and tart, closer to a plantain than a dessert fruit. Short, thick, and squared off at the edges, it looks nothing like a Cavendish. The name comes from the Spanish word for donkey, a nod to its squat, sturdy shape. It originated in Southeast Asia and was brought to the Americas by Spanish explorers in the 16th century, taking root most firmly in Mexico, where it became a staple. By 1610, it had reached Florida. Today, it is grown across Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean, primarily sold through local markets. Outside Latin America, it is rarely seen. The thick skin protects it well, but limited commercial demand has kept it out of global export. Fe'i Banana. Most bananas look broadly the same. The Fe'i does not. Its skin is brilliant orange to red, its flesh is deep yellow orange, and its sap is red, not the white latex found in every other banana. Raw, it is starchy and astringent. Cooked, boiled, baked, or mashed with coconut cream, it becomes soft and semi-sweet. It originated in New Guinea and is genetically distinct from every other banana on this list, belonging to a separate section of the Musa genus entirely. As Pacific Islanders migrated east by canoe over thousands of years, they took Fe'i bananas with them. Cultivation has been traced to around 250 BCE in the Marquesas Islands and 800 CE in Tahiti. It was a staple food and a ceremonial crop, used to mark land boundaries and signify status. Today, it is in decline across most of the Pacific, displaced by imported foods and the Cavendish. Mysore Banana. The Mysore is sweet and tangy with a pronounced berry flavor, closer to raspberry than banana, with a sharp candy-like sweetness that sets it apart from every other variety on this list. The flesh is ivory to pale yellow, dense and creamy, with a thin skin that tears easily. It originated in southern India, where it has been grown commercially for centuries, and takes its name from the city of Mysore in Karnataka. It is one of the most widely cultivated bananas in India, valued by growers for its disease resistance, high yield, and tolerance of drought and wind. Unlike most small dessert varieties, it is resistant to both Panama disease and black sigatoka, a fungal leaf disease that destroys crops across the tropics. Outside South and Southeast Asia, it is rarely seen in commercial markets. Lacatan. The Lacatan is the most popular dessert banana in the Philippines. Sweet, tangy, and aromatic, with creamy flesh that turns a distinctive yellow-orange when ripe. The flavor is richer and more complex than a Cavendish, with custardy notes and a slight tang that lingers. It is more expensive than other Philippine varieties and eaten almost exclusively fresh. It was first documented by Spanish botanist Francisco Manuel Blanco in his Flora de Filipinas in the 19th century. The original spelling was Lacatan, later changed to Lacatan to avoid confusion with a different variety of the same name used in Latin America. It is grown across the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, where it goes by different names in each country. Like most bananas outside the Cavendish, it has a short shelf life and bruises easily, which limits its export potential despite strong domestic demand.